And Sean Quinn has been keeping an eye on Fiona and is here with our full forecast.
Very quiet Atlantic season is fast coming to an end. We'll talk about that in a moment. Boy, this is the last Saturday of summer 2022. And boy, look at how quiet it is. What a difference a week makes. September has been anything but quiet as far as the weather with Kay and everything else. And the heat, and now we're just back to a really quiet sort of a forecast period. We are in for some changes, so we'll get to that in a moment. Currently seeing widespread 60s, a couple of 70s out there. Wind out of the north right now. This is interesting because looking way out in the ocean, there is a storm system bearing down on us, and the wind is starting to turn more southerly there. For us, though, right now it's mainly west, northwest, so it's fairly zonal, meaning that we're just getting a real quiet sort of pattern here with dry skies inland and your beach humidity really ramped up. This looks very, very normal, if not slightly below normal for this time of year as far as the temperatures. Now we'll get to the fun. Boy, the northern hemisphere is really active. As we go up into the Gulf of Alaska, in fact, even farther up into the Bering Sea, there is a storm system up here that is an ex-cyclone, or maybe actually a typhoon from Asia that's rolled across. It's super deep amount of pressure. They're calling it a bomb cyclone, meaning it's dropped a lot, and it's one of the strongest storms they've seen in over 10 years. Now we'll go into the tropics, kind of a little bit of a whiplash here, and right there you can see the remnants of what was Lester really hammering the coastal areas of Mexico, and then out in the ocean right there is Madeline, and Madeline, we'll need to keep an eye on it because this is what we're expecting as Madeline starts to drift more toward the north and northwest, is that it's going to head out like this. And remember, Kay decided to run right up Baja's coastline. This is taking a more normal pattern, but we might get some surf out of that. And of course, we always have to keep an eye on that as it kind of meanders off into an area that's typically where a lot of hurricane systems die from the eastern Pacific. Now here's the position of high pressure, which is known as the Bermuda High. Here is Fiona, and it's interesting to watch because if it stays more to the north, it's over ocean, which means it gets more energy. If it stays farther south, it runs through more inhabited areas, but it stays typically weaker. Unfortunately for Puerto Rico, it looks like you are in the crosshairs as this area of high pressure kind of meanders just a bit off to the east. That will open the door to allow it to take a more ocean sort of turn, but there is Bermuda to watch out for as well. So hurricane category 1 and even a 2 is possible as we watch this roll off into the Atlantic. The good news is, of course, the eastern seaboard appears to be A-OK right now. Now back to the west coast, and here it is. There's the storm system ratcheting up and pushing in some really much, I mean, desperately needed rainfall. I need not say that. The heaviest chances of rain, though, will be in our northern areas. And I want to throw this out there because it feels so good to be able to say this. This is the smoke tracker, and there's your mosquito fire. And boo on that. Let's go away because guess what? Here it comes. Good storm system is knocking on the door, and that means the firefighters might actually get Mother Nature to really back them up on this system. So you can see right there, I went ahead and stopped it, and there would be your mosquito fire right about there, and they're looking at possibly a couple inches of rain. Now back to us as we tighten up the shot and get a little closer. Rain chances possibly as early as very late tomorrow night for areas around Paso Robles, back out to maybe the Hearst Castle, Cambria region. And then slowly it will meander more farther south as we head into early Monday and then Monday afternoon. But you'll notice, unfortunately, if anybody's south of about Point Conception, the San Ynez Range, we don't really see much in the way of any rainfall, even though maybe some glorified drizzle at best, but probably measurable rainfall will stay to our north. Now, how much is expected is still kind of up in the air, only in that one of our forecast models has it stopping or slowing down over San Luis Obispo County, and if it does that, they could actually get maybe a couple inches of rain. The farther south you go, though, as I mentioned, we don't expect to see a whole lot. So there's our rain totals. I'll get out of the way, and at least we're getting something. This is extremely early, and we'll go ahead and just take it and say thank you very, very much. As far as your future fog, tomorrow morning, could see a bit of a drizzle, actually, as the marine layer gets a little thick during the morning hours. And then, of course, as we head into Monday, we'll start talking more about the chances for rain and some patchy clouds still out there in the form of marine layer, especially the farther south you go. There are your temperatures expected as we head into as we head into the afternoon of Sunday. Same thing as we go into Monday. Monday will be on the cool side, cooler than normal, especially as the last couple of days of summer. In fact, significantly cooler than normal. That will change. I'll get to that 7-day in just a moment. There's your tonight and tomorrow forecast. Again, spotty drizzle is possible across much of the region as the marine layer gets a little on the thick side in some areas. So look at those temperatures. Enjoy that. Remember, it was 1 week ago where the humidity was at about Florida level, and we had temperatures well into the 80s, 90s, and triple digits. So this is absolutely dreamy. Surf is definitely happening. We have some wind swell and some ground swell out of the south mixed in. Quick look at our 7-day forecast, and there it is. We won't be overly cool for areas south of Point Conception, and the rain chances, again, better the farther north you go, and you can see right there, so some much needed rain is on the way. Fall comes in next Thursday, and then we're going to go to break right now, and look at that. We start to warm up again as we head toward the first few days of fall. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.